Let me get my titties out.
Okay, I'm gonna start recording us now.
Gotta get them bitter.
Welcome to Mature Adult Time.
Hi, I'm Serafina Costanza.
I'm Art Hernandez.
And I'm Eric Cass.
And this is Mature Adult Time. It's been a minute.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube. Anytime you guys want, you can usually check us out on Fridays. We're live if you ever want to get onto the YouTubes at Mature Adult Time. Say what's up.
Yeah, say what's up on the YouTubes.
All of that stuff.
On those tubes.
I was just reading Serafina's birthday.
Yeah.
This book of birthdays is 100% credible because it's written by psychics or astronomers.
It's a psychic book?
I have the
It's
same
an astronomy book?
I have the same birthday as Mr. Rogers.
Vincent van Gogh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if Mr. Rogers should have been noted in here because he's actually good. Let's see.
I know I have the same one as Tommy Lee.
Curtis?
Tommy Lee Curtis.
Drummer.
Just kidding.
The badass drummer.
The one with the big dick.
Yeah, he's the dick driving or boat driving with the dick guy. He drove his boat with the dick.
One and the same.
Wow.
And I heard he can play the drums or two.
Okay, who else is born on my day?
Mr. Rogers isn't named here. Like Francisco de Goya, Spanish artist. Warren Beatty, the film actor, also known as Dick Tracy. Eric Clapton, blues guitar.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. He's pretty popular.
Yeah, I'd say he's a pretty popular dude. Thanks for turning that fan off.
Oh yeah, the fan is off.
Good call.
Nice call.
Welcome back to the Fanless Podcast, known as Mature Adult
You guys,
Time.
it's been hot up in here.
It has been. It has been hot, that's for sure. So how's everyone doing?
Good. I want to know who else.
I just want to know that you're... oh, wait. I'm looking at March 13th.
Oh, you son of a... See? You were messing me up. March 20th, baby.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. So now I have to erase all those names you just told me.
Those aren't even...
I thought they were kindred spirits of mine.
This
Warren
book's totally
Beatty,
legit
bye.
if read in the proper order.
Yeah, but you gotta read it.
No Vincent Van Gogh for you.
No Vincent Van Gogh.
Shit.
Vincent Van Nope.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a March baby, so if you're wondering, my birthday is March 20th. We did a podcast on my birthday.
We did, and that's when Serafina had to admit her real age.
13, I think.
Dude, does it start? Is it weird?
I don't know.
Maybe by the day I was born doesn't exist.
There's no March 20th.
There's March 29th, 28th, 27th, 26th, 24th, 23rd, 22nd, 21st. Gone. Nothing. No fucking... You must be the last birthday.
Go to the end of the book.
Are you born at the end of the... I'm sure everyone here is...
March 5th.
Oh, my God.
Why are these...
You were born at the end of the Zodiac, dog. That sucks. It's got to be the worst.
Well, you know...
luck.
No. I have... They say that especially Pisces have traits, like... From all the signs.
Okay.
Or,
so here are people born. Here's the people born on your birthday,
okay.
dude.
The real people.
Of note that I'm trying to think that what stood out to me. Holly Hunter, she's a film actress.
Okay, no, Holly Hunter.
Pat Riley.
What's Holly? Oh, Pat Riley?
Yep, he was a basketball coach to the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's see, Bobby Orr, hockey player.
Ooh.
Oh, any relation?
Yeah, Tommy Orr's dad.
Tommy Orr's dad. Fred Rogers, known as Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, see, told you.
All right, that's it. Your day is the day of the labyrinth.
Oh.
Complicated she is.
Shit. It's just, there's many there are many asses to me.
Your tarot card is the Judgment card, and your strengths are logical, sensitive, and versatile. Your weaknesses?
Makes sense.
Unrealistic and unsure.
You
want to hear your quote? Your meditation?
Yeah.
We create nothing, express nothing. We only discover or uncover what is already there.
Ooh.
The Labyrinth Day.
That's intense.
It's really stupid, and I feel like my Christian God is judging me for listening to or reading that.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Oh my God, there is no God.
Sorry, those who shouldn't be lame. Oh my God, that doesn't exist. Oh my nothing.
Oh my world. So,
speaking of your world,
yeah,
how is it?
What's up? It's changing rapidly, my world.
Yeah? What's going on?
Yeah. I'm in escrow in a house. Yeah, thank you.
That's really good, dude. That's really good.
It's awesome. The house is central AC, which I think is just really why we're getting it.
Probably the smartest move you've ever done.
But it's a cute, nice house. But it's terrifying. It's very terrifying because it's like everything. But it does have an avocado tree.
That's great.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
now I'm banking on the fact that I want avocado prices to soar, so then I can sell avocados on the corner of my street to afford this house.
That's beautiful. I mean, growing up in Southern California, my grandma had a avocado tree in her house, and it was the best.
Yeah.
It was just fun. Like, I don't know how big your avocado tree is.
It's pretty big.
They gotta be big.
They said that they get enough to like give to the local like markets and stuff.
I went to my grandma's house maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I was just kind of bored, so I went and I saw some avocados. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna grab some. My mom's like, oh, grab me some. And my grandma's like, grab me some. So I went up there. I was probably in this tree for like 10 minutes, and I filled one of those like keg, those things you put a keg in, those little red buckets. I filled one of those with avocados, the size of softballs, dude. Just like bam.
Do they grow all year long?
No.
Because I didn't even know it was an avocado tree when I first saw it.
They don't even grow every year.
What?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's like a late, or look it up actually, because as far as I know, it's like not even.
Or it's like look it up because
my
information may not.
My information is being created. It's given to me from another dimension that is slowly peeking through in my head.
What's interesting about this house also is like now I fear that. I just feel more vulnerable, not in the sense that I'm spending a lot of money on this house, just the fact that I feel like I could be broken into easier. You know what I mean?
That's so dumb.
Like
you're less likely
someone's gonna come in and like murder me. Well, because there's windows. It's just right there. Like, you know what I mean?
That's how all houses are.
No, my apartment. You cannot. Like, you have to break down the door to get into my apartment.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I guess they can cut the floor. I don't know.
And I'm in the back. Like it's. You can't see my door from the street. I don't know. And I'm usually, I'm a tough guy.
You're a tough dude.
But I can't.
You got a big dick.
Of course. And I like to swing it around. But I don't,
Yeah, I mean,
there's not a sword hidden in that dick where I could stab,
Well, that's your problem.
You
gotta get a real dick.
Gotta hide a sword.
Every real penis has a sword hidden in it.
No.
We just cannot pull it out in public.
Yeah, it's like a Swiss Army knife.
Why do you think we call it stabbing?
Got the little toothpick in there?
There's so many things stored to the tip.
Why do you think women bleed when they lose their virginity? Because our sword goes...
Okay. God, that noise was uncalled for.
I'm glad there was a visual to go along with that
I know.
noise, too.
Well, I mean, that's what I do. They call me visual aids.
Oh, God. Did you find out?
Yeah, I mean, it can take 3 to 4 years before they start growing fruit. It can take up to 15 years, sometimes 15 or more years for some plants to start growing fruit. And there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason as to when.
But once they start growing fruit, they don't stop, right?
No, because my grandma's always had it, but it just wasn't like sometimes there'd be a few, and then sometimes there'd be a lot. And I'm also wondering what you're showing is that that's from seed to tree. So that's first year is gonna be for a little like sprout to a tree. Tell you about like when it's a tree.
See, when is avocados?
Are you guys liking this new setup though, where you can just see this now?
I do. I like this a lot.
We have we have the same old wall, which we love. Not getting rid of this wall.
We're gonna expand the wall.
The wall's getting bigger. We just build walls here at Mature Adult Time.
Hey, don't say that.
we build walls of brick with nice lighting, okay? Not walls of separating children. Mm-hmm. What kind of wall would you call that? Unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
Damn it, you failed.
Yeah.
Fail.
Write it down, please, that I failed. Thank you.
Failed.
Yeah, it says it takes about 5 to 7 years before they start growing fruit, and then they're alternate bearers, so they
one on, one off.
Not necessarily one off, but it could be like really small. So it could be almost nothing. It could be like 1 or 2.
So it turns out my life experience was right on.
Art is correct.
Congratulations.
Yeah. You should trust yourself more. I
thank God for giving me the conduit to infinite knowledge, which is the book of the Bible.
No, that's the Book of Mormon.
The Old and New Testaments. The Book of Mormon is something I would totally love to read. I'm pretty sure they just
it's available for you to read.
Didn't they just take the Bible?
No.
It's different?
They wrote their whole thing?
The Book of Mormon has it's all about John Smith and stuff, right?
Is it all about... I thought Jesus came and buried his gold in America.
It was... I don't think it was John Smith.
So no one could find it.
But I think it was some dude.
Johnny Appleseed?
I think it was John someone.
The Book of Mormon was a musical comedy. I love how the musical is before the actual religion.
More relevant.
Well, that's more appropriate.
Yeah, and then this guy, basically was like, oh, God is talking to me, and had someone, translate these plates and all that stuff. Yeah. It's made, like everything, it's made up.
Well, yeah, everything good is made up.
I mean,
You know what's not made up? Volcanoes, thunderstorms, lightning bolts, Jurassic Park.
It's just like a second Bible. So that they still follow the Bible too. They just have this one too, like side by
it's
side.
also this one.
This is like, and also.
Yeah. Oh, you
And
thought that one
also,
was one.
this man wanted to get rich and be powerful, so he made up this section of the religion.
The Book of Mormon is like Amazon suggestions. If you read the Bible, you may also like this. Thank you, Mormons.
Yeah, I remember growing up, like the first time, because I grew up Catholic, and I was talking in line at the cafeteria with one of my friends, and we were talking about how religious we were, and I was like, "Oh, I'm super religious. I believe in Jesus and blah blah blah." And she's like, "Yeah, me too." Well, I believe in the golden plates, and I was like,
What the fuck's it?
"What's the golden plates? That's clearly made up." And she was like, "No." And then I went home and I was like, "What's this about?" And they're like, "Oh, it's a different religion."
What's the golden plate?
Yeah, look it up. What the fuck is a golden plate? Didn't she tell you anything?
It's
So,
it's like
I
the nice
think-
china that you pull out like once a
Okay,
year.
let me guess what they are, and then we can look it up.
It sounds like
Here's some to wipe
Aztec
that.
pottery. My
So-
golden plates.
This guy, the guy found the plates, and on the plates were messages from God, and then so he translated it into these messages for the people, or message. Maybe it was a message from Jesus. I don't know.
So it's like it's like the sequel to the Ten Commandments.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever
That's
notice
what I
how
think.
like gold is God's preferred paper? It always seems like if God wants anything done, it's on gold. He needs
Well, it's on a mineral.
the best mineral.
The
Gold
golden
pl-
plates.
It
But
is. It's
Mormon-
Mormon shit too. I thought it was like a whole different religion.
Oh
No,
my
it's Mormon.
God.
She was Mormon.
The golden plates, according to the Latter-day Saints, that's the Mormon. The golden plates, also called gold plates, are some of the 19th
Please, yeah,
century.
thanks for the clarification.
Thanks, Wicca. No, all right. Let's see. Smith said he found the plates on September 22nd. That's my sister's birthday, 1823, same year, at the hill, at a hill near his home in Manchester, New York. Wait. So he grew up in New York?
Yes, this is like
I don't think any religion should start out of New York.
No.
well, what did what's
fads come from New York.
the Scientology?
Oh yeah. I'll
Yeah,
look
he'll
at
go.
that.
Yeah.
Our Scientology was made in L.A., right?
I think it was made on a boat offshore of Los Angeles. I'm not like 110% on
Some
that.
aliens. That's an alien-based religion, right?
Yeah, it usually is. We're having an inspector come by today.
A home inspection.
Yeah, shut that door. Hopefully, you can look at this room later. It's an appraiser. They just want to see how much the value of this studio has grown in the last couple of
Well,
months.
I mean,
and it just keeps
just
growing.
by me being in here, the value of this place has
You
risen.
do make things a lot more expensive. Well, I don't know.
I hope people are watching this because there's movement on camera.
Well, if watching it or not, like it's gonna be there for as long as YouTube
Yeah.
exists.
If you're listening to this and you're not watching it, you have an opportunity now to stop listening to it and start watching it.
Yeah. Sorry about that. That's the appraiser.
The appraiser.
Yeah.
How much am I worth?
1850.
He says. Yeah.
Like you got a phone call right when you did that.
$27.50
That's it. Get out of here.
$1 million.
Get out of here. Okay. Did you by any chance find that what we started off with today's discussion? Like today we met up early and had breakfast and we were talking about the Giuliani thing.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Let's talk about what happened last night.
Let's play some of this epic betrayal
Yeah.
from father to almost like father like son
Can-
betrayal.
Yeah. Can I comment on Rudy Giuliani's teeth,
Yeah,
if
please
I
do.
may?
Go for it.
They creep me out. Like
What do they look like?
they're
Let's see.
they're almost
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like I think that they're fake because the way that he clutches them after he makes a statement with his mouth, but then they don't look like healthy or clean enough to be fake at the same time. It's almost as if he has dentures in there of dirty rotten teeth.
Well, I think he has wooden ones because he says George Washington was the best president, the most favorite president, and he had some modeled after him.
Oh.
His wooden teeth.
He had
Well, that
wooden-
makes sense.
He had wooden teeth modeled after him.
George Washington had wooden teeth.
He did.
I do know that. Yeah.
And Giuliani got some like that because he saved us after 9/11, so he got some honorary George Washington wooden teeth. Driftwood.
Did it
Lord
drift over
help
from
us
England?
all.
Like, where'd it go?
All right, so
let's hear
this
some of this
sound clip
malark.
comes from CNN. Let's see what and we can play it as long as we comment over it. I'm pretty sure, right? Did we check sound on that? We didn't.
We did, yeah.
We did?
Yeah.
I don't
It may
remember.
just take a minute.
That's because that's how internet goes. Well, anyways,
I mean, Giuliani is
it's a cool name though, right?
Giuliani.
Giuliani.
It should be Giuliani because he's
Giuliani.
fucking scary as fuck. His face is
Giuliani.
gross. He's a cousin fucker. Can we talk about that?
All right. I'm not going to judge all cousin fuckers because.
Oh, here we go.
All right, here.
Headline. You did not look very impressed in the green room.
No, I expected something like this from Cohen. He's been lying all week. I mean, or for two.
I like that green tie though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
The tapes that we have demonstrate any number of very serious lies by him back a year.
A
and half
lawyer
ago,
lying. This is so weird.
including his fooling people, hiding tape recordings, telling they weren't recorded.
Yeah, like the
lying
federal
to their face,
government.
breaking
Fooling
faith
people.
with
Just
it.
fooling people with his
Taping his
tape
client.
recording.
You hide
Fooling.
tape recorders.
His
We just
foolery-
tap the wires.
His
I
foolery
don't
left
see
and
how he
right.
has any credibility. I mean, this is basically if you had a trial, and there won't be a trial here, but if you had a trial, you'd say, well, which lie do you want to pick? You want to pick the first lie, the second lie, or maybe some new lie?
I don't know. The
There's
one,
nobody
the
that I
one
know
that
that
supports
knows
my
it.
beliefs.
I like the
don't know.
new lies because our
If he's
president's
back
giving
up
them
against the
out
wall,
constantly.
He'll lie like
Yeah.
crazy.
The new lies.
Give me more new lies.
Fresh lies,
president
please.
says that he has an eye for talent, and he always has the best people around.
Of course
I'm sure
he
you
does.
won't disagree with that. when
Not
you're
this
up.
guy. Watch this.
He put his
Human
trust
error,
in this
I
man
believe
for
he calls it.
years. He entrusted him with his most sensitive matters and said, I gave him full discretion to do things I didn't need
Do you
to know.
see
It's a
his, like,
fundamental
what
aspect of
happened
the
in-
president's
I'm trying to look at these teeth.
narrative of
Yeah,
what
like,
happened
look.
with the women.
They're like he's like a
Why did he
vampire.
have
Falling
somebody so
out.
close to him
Chris,
if the
that's-
guy
that-
is so incredible?
He's like
That's
a
kind of
vampire's
part of
watch.
the
pet.
position, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
watch
we all
his
make
teeth.
mistakes about people who turn out to be
Look at his
disloyal to
eyes.
us. You know, Benedict Arnold was disloyal to George Washington, our greatest president, right?
The greatest president.
So
That's where I got my wooden
anybody
teeth.
Can Brutus and Caesar. I mean, you can go back
Brutus
to ancient
and
classical
Caesar.
literature, and you can find people.
Oh god.
Wasn't Brutus
you
the
think you
last one
trust,
to
and they turn
stab
out to be
Caesar? Like
scoundrels.
he was the
I saw the
original
president when
bandwagon
I first found out
jumper.
that he had been
Were
taken.
you too, Brutus? I like the Lakers now.
I believe that.
And he wasn't angry. You know, President Trump can get angry sometimes.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
can he?
He was disappointed.
I don't
almost
believe
No,
like
that's
a
impossible.
Father who's been betrayed by his son.
Oh.
See, look
father
at he's
betrayed
clutching
by
his
son.
teeth.
And he did that thing. My teeth almost fell out. Can you cut to the chase?
A father and son, like, get the F out of here. You know what's a good podcast is Trump Inc. I think, Art, you told me about that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. That's an NPR one. Anyone, if you ever want to hear some good stuff, go ahead and check it out. It's a ongoing public investigation.
Yeah, they haven't posted anything in a while. I check it, like, all the time.
Well, yeah, because in the last episode they said they're going to take a small hiatus because they got so many stories that they just now have to just do research because they don't
Right.
want to put out bullshit. Like we here at Mature Adult Time are not scared to put out bullshit. I will
Oh.
lie to you right now.
This is all
The
bullshit.
sky's been green, dog.
Of course it's great. What? Who says otherwise?
This brick wall is green.
The sky's made of weed, and you can just walk outside and pluck weed from a cloud and smoke it all day.
Man,
Right.
that would
True
be really
facts.
cool. That would be really cool.
It is really cool.
Do you show the YouTube stream on here also? Just we can pop that just in case in between when we're not
YouTube.
looking at these things. So
I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, what is happening here?
this is what I wanted. Can I ask ask you guys a question? Like realistically,
Shoot.
do you know when you're being lied to?
It depends on how good of a liar you are,
Okay,
I guess.
thank
Yeah.
you. Right. Do you know? Can you tell when have you ever seen a child lie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Trump lies like that.
that's what I feel, and I feel like
It's like,
I-
not me, you.
I've never been. I equate politics to like being a big sports fanatic, right? And a lot of people are really fanatic about their team, their Republican wing, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've told you this before, and I just think like when you're that hardcore of a fan, is it hard for you to see that they're lying to you? Like, you know, like when every time the Patriots get caught cheating, they're like, no, they didn't. No, like, is this the same thing we're getting?
Yes. I think 100% it is.
I think it's that. I think it's twofold. I think it's that, and I think it's also because they also have fans who are like, I know we're cheating, but we got to do what we got to do to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's two rules of Scott.
Scott?
Of thought.
Who's Scott?
You know Scott.
How many?
Scott Pilgrim?
And why does he have two rules?
Scott's only got two
rules of thought, or two sectors there. I can't speak today.
Oh my god, dude.
But I think they're both happening. Blindly and not blindly supporting crap.
I grew up playing I did team sports, but I was a fan of individual sports. Like skateboarding, surfing, fighting, like stuff like that.
Like Fight Club fighting?
We did. My friends used to do Fight Club fighting. Once Fight Club came out in high school, we would find abandoned houses and we would have fight clubs in them. Like legit, dude. Like this is so dumb. I remember.
That's funny because Fight Club came out when I was in elementary school. How old are you, Art?
I'm old enough to have seen Fight Club while in high school.
So older than me. You just admitted.
I mean, no, but yeah, whatever. Let's look into the camera. Who's older? Write this right into us in mature adult time. How old do you think she is? How old do you think I am?
Yeah.
And if you know, go ahead and give the spoilers. I don't give a shit, dog.
Podcast at matureadulttime.com. Right on in.
Yeah. The older I get, the higher grade my wine content becomes.
Okay.
Alcohol based.
You're trying to say you age like a fine wine? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm glad you got that from alcohol age wine bottle.
I just like box wine,
Yeah.
Put that shit in a bag and put it inside a box.
Good enough for an astronaut? Good enough for me. That's my
That's funny. That's really funny. Are we going to talk more about this Giuliani? What do you think?
I think his teeth are definitely made of wood.
I mean, I just don't know how anyone can look at this guy and see any ounce of credibility. Like this guy's one of the biggest assholes. Like you see him and Trump and all these people getting together, and it's just like a dying breed. I think I've said this before on the podcast too, but it's just a dying breed of dinosaurs that are just like grasping. Like I gotta fuck people over one last time.
Yeah.
Like this is like this. Like I gotta fuck them over. Yeah.
Well, also, don't you think they're like? If you look at your years, like a lot of people, I'm guessing that are that ambitious, probably like regular people probably look at a 5-year. What am I doing in the next 5 years? These guys probably have 20-year ones.
Yeah.
And in their 20-year one, this is their last one. Like that's it. Unless a fucking something comes to save it, this is it. Like, could you the feeling of getting older because we're all humans and we all get older.
No, I have no idea.
Except for Serafina, who's stopped in a hyperbolical time chamber.
I'm Benjamin Button in it.
Yeah, she's going in reverse. We're just waiting for her to look younger. We're banking on it.
Yeah.
No, but God, I lost my train of thought. Fucking son of a bitch. Well, we all age, we all grow. When you get that close to their age, I think you kind of start to think about death. What am I gonna do? My legacy? What am I gonna leave behind? How am I don't know. How come? It just seems,
you said their 20-year plan.
Yeah, and they don't.
So when did they come up with this plan? When they're 35?
No, like they've probably just been thinking about it every year. I mean, I'm guessing politics seems to me like a game of ladders. You're constantly trying to move up. You don't want to stay in the same place for long. Each position is, now that I'm here, how do I get to the next one? It's never, let me get good at this position.
It's a game of chutes and ladders?
Oh, man. You can't say shoots when you're talking about politics. I didn't say that. Serafina did.
I'll say it again. Chutes and ladders.
Oh, my God. Look at her. No.
Chutes. You know what a chute is.
A chute is like a where you throw your trash down. It's some sort of like chute.
It's like a slide.
I would think of a tube cut in
Very
half.
similar to a
meant to help things travel.
Like a slide.
Yeah, but not slides are fun. Or
chutes can also be fun.
Have you ever gone down a trash chute or any kind of chute? Because I would think a chute would be like more straight down.
Yeah, chute's gonna be like, let's shoot it there, like.
Yeah.
But it's also shoot, one of those French words, like chute, right? Shoot.
Ooh, that's right.
It's a shooty.
Shoot.
A shoot. I call them chute.
Like Veruca Salt got shooted in what's that?
Yes, in the Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory shoot. Yeah. That's a shoot. She went down a bad egg
trash
shoot.
shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Bad egg.
Bad egg.
Mm-hmm. Bad egg. Bad shoot.
Do you think she died?
Yes. Well, all of them are already dead. Willy Wonka is a metaphor for hell, and he's kind of like the devil, and he's just taking them through their each torment. It's almost kind of like Dante, if Dante was guided instead of by Virgil, by the devil.
So then, what's the second one about? Because in the books, isn't there a second one after he blasts through the fucking glass ceiling?
Exactly how Dante left hell too in the Inferno, by the way. In the last layer, he had to climb up Satan to get out. Glass elevator. But then the second one, I think What is the story of the second one? That's when he's running the factory?
I don't know. I don't know if he's running. I've never read
never
it, but I remember
seen
that like he's running around doing a bunch of shit. Like
Well,
it's when he's older, I think, right?
If there's a second one, look it up. But if there's a second one, I would imagine, this is just me guessing again, once again pulling into God's conduit of knowledge. I would think that it would be more of Charlie spreading the word of the chocolate factory, going just off the Willy Wonka movie, the one with Gene Wilder. He was planning each one of those kids' demise throughout the movie. You can tell by how many seats are in each vehicle they start going through.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a seat for Augustus and his mom on the boat. They weren't even planned to get on that boat. He knew right away that fat fuck was going to go for that chocolate lake. He even you even see him at one point going, "No, stop, don't." Because he's the devil teaching these kids. They're punishing them. Their golden tickets that's a metaphor for their dying. They punched the ticket. Each one of those kids died, and they're getting sent to hell, and Willy Wonka's guiding them. And Charlie is getting a lesson by getting a glimpse of it. That's why he gets to survive the whole thing. You're a good soul, Charlie. You win. You get to leave. That's what he got to do, was push the button that allowed him to leave like no one else has ever got to do. Because Charlie was just getting a tour. You see what I'm saying? That's why he does that crazy cryptic fucking thing. You know
What thing?
in the Gene Wilder movie, when he takes him on the boat in the tunnel, he does that crazy poem, and the poem is kind of like, if you think about Chiron, that takes you into the afterlife. Like the rowers keep on rowing even though there's no shine of growing. Could you pull up that poem, dude? Yeah, in a second. Oh yeah, you just gotta do this. But
that's one of my favorite movies.
It's a great movie. Like, I'm a huge fan of Gene Wilder.
I've seen it. Oh, me too. See no evil, hear no evil.
Great movie. That's him and Richard Pryor were like a great team.
Yeah.
Did you know that I don't know if this is a fact, but I heard that Blazing Saddles, it was supposed to be Richard Pryor.
I heard that too. Yeah.
And then they were just like, nah, something happened. But that would have been crazy.
I have not seen the whole thing of Blazing Saddles.
Oh my God.
It's really hard to watch sometimes.
I love that movie. I
have to finish it.
It comes from a time when people could take a joke.
Well, it wasn't taking a joke, like he was really making a statement with that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of those are
because
statements.
Because it's so blatant and it's so crazy.
Yes.
That he was saying, he was.
Well, that's what I liked about it, because in that movie, Mel Brooks is dressed up like an Indian, and he sees the the stagecoach is going, right? Yeah, there's the stagecoach is going, and while they're going, they do the Indians attack, and they circle the wagons. That's what they used to do. Like, they would circle the wagons to kind of build a defense.
Yeah.
But because they were black, they weren't allowed to get into their wagons, so they have to circle the wagons by themselves. So it's just one black family just going in a circle, and then it cuts to the Indians, and the Indians are like, what do we do about this guy? And they're speaking Yiddish, by the way, if you ever watch that movie. They're not, So they're speaking Yiddish, and he's like, what? They're darker than us. And he's like, let them go. They're darker than us. We don't have no problem with them. It's these pale fuckers they're trying to get. And I thought that was a funny statement. We're talking about Blazing Saddles.
Oh, Blazing Saddles. Nice.
But yeah, that Charlie in the chocolate factory.
Yeah, the Willy Wonka movie, when he's going through the tunnel on the boat and that poem that he says. Could you pull that up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The text or the video?
The video. Let's hear it, because I'm basically saying that's Willy Wonka describing letting all these kids know that they're damned souls, and he's taking them to hell. Except for Charlie. Charlie gets a pass. Boat ride. Yeah, that's song in reverse. Oh my God, we have to check that out after. Did I just find my new favorite conspiracy?
I think it's the second one.
The second one looks like the Tunnel of Terror scene. Who names these?
Yeah, that's it.
Who names these?
Yeah, that's it.
Who names these? We're on a loop there.
Where are we going? I don't know, but I don't like to look at that tunnel up there. Hey, Wonka, I want off! Round the world and home again.
I mean, a chocolate tunnel would be awesome.
It's anal sex. Sodomy is another way to hell. Watch. Now listen to his poem, how dark it is. He's warning them that they're going to hell.
Faster. Faster.
That's the best way to go. I mean, look how psychedelic this is.
How many Oompa
Look at-
Loompas do you think they had?
He had a village full. He took the whole village.
I know,
in.
but how many do you think were used for filming in this movie?
Boy, what a great series.
Oh, like
Ooh.
15.
15
I'm gonna say
little
20.
people?
Hey.
I'm gonna say 25.
This is gonna sound fucked up, but a lot of the Oompa Loompas now rewatching it kind of look like Tyrion Lannister.
That is
They
very
have his
fucked
face.
up. That's no.
He got that Oompa Loompa face.
Okay, that's at Art Hernandez. Not me.
Oh, look at Slugworth's in there. The temptation on Earth, representing all of their mortal evils. Can I have some of this?
That's your coffee, bro.
Holy shit. Here, there it is. Earthly way of knowing.
Which direction we are going.
Oh shit, are we going to heaven?
Going
Are
to
we
hell.
going to hell? Where
South
are we going?
Of heaven.
There's no knowing
It's a little south of
where
heaven.
we're going,
Oh
or
shit.
which way the rivers
You see the parents are trying to comfort their kids. That's them mourning the loss of their children's death.
Is it snowing?
That's the confusion of a parent losing their children.
And
And I want you to notice, there's no seat for Augustus or his mother on this boat. It's
So the
packed.
danger must be growing. Are the
See?
fires
So they
of
already.
hell
So he already knew.
glowing?
He already knew. It was planned.
Is the grizzly reaper mowing?
The Grizzly Reaper's mowing.
Is he? What's he mowing?
The danger must
Lives.
be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing
God, he's a bad.
Oh shit.
any signs that they are slowing.
Man.
Look at him, dude.
What? There's no third row. There is no third.
There's
like,
nothing.
There's no back row
That's
there.
it. And each seat is designed for a parent and a child. This is like the mourning of the loss of the death of their children. See, now you're in hell. It's like crossing the river Chiron. It's very well. I mean, but I just see everything through my Christian eyes.
Okay.
Could you do that in reverse, whatever that was?
Yeah,
'Cause
let's watch the reverse
I feel
one.
like do they think there's like a satanic message in that, or maybe a Mormon one, perhaps? You know what is my biggest theory, or my biggest one of my favorite conspiracy theories, is that the Catholic, if you were the devil, the Catholic Church is what you would create. Because you want to mock everything and mimic it, but then have like saints that you pray to instead of, God in the Bible says no saints, no statues, nothing like that, no other gods. But
Yeah.
the Catholic Church right away, you have the Pope, you talk to him, he's the voice of God. You have saints that are sainted now, you pray to them. Like literally,
what-
Catholics pray to saints, right?
Yeah, and why did they like hats so much? Like, what was the thing about hats for like back in the day?
Oh, that's old Egyptian shit. The Pope's hat's an old school pharaoh hat.
Interesting.
Yeah, they just rip shit off. Like it's a power thing, dude. It's a big old dick.
Well,
It looks like a bowling pin, actually.
well, like Easter and all that. That's all. Those are all originally pagan holidays.
yeah,
that they
Easter was a
adopted.
demon.
Easter was a demon.
Yeah, that people would pray to have
No,
fertility.
that's just Esther, your ex-girlfriend.
I've never dated an Esther in my life. I probably. Nope, I've never even lusted after an Esther. It's a gross name. If you're Esther, go by something else. It's a fucking gross name.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sorry. Ugh.
Wow.
Throw up when I say it.
A lot of Esthers are gonna write in.
You know what's a good name? Matilda.
I like Matilda's a good name. I could see that.
What about Gertrude?
No Gertrude.
What are some old school
I
names?
like
that would-
Lourdes.
What?
Lourdes.
Oh, Lourdes, have mercy. I don't know.
Lord,
I like. If I have a child, I'm gonna name it Godzilla Shakespeare.
What about Beatrice? Beatrice is a good one.
All right, let's hear this in reverse
You
stuff.
want
Is it demonic?
Reverse with
Oh
subtitles.
shit! What if we listen to it?
Yeah, with subtitles, because we have to read what it's saying.
What if we listen to it and then now we're all cursed?
Your lung be here. Sorry, he's broken. Hey boy, what's my neon? Whoa! Fight the walrus, you sinner. It's 6 o'clock
in the
It's
bush.
not the car.
Yes, not even worth the.
This is Super
My wolf
Mario.
let Mario
Kiss
kiss you. I very
My wolf let Mario kiss you.
Laugh, sir. We're now near stage.
It's near ecstasy.
Oh, no.
Everyone
Everyone says tiger steer.
I know Mario was in the zoo park. Aero golf. Good idea. This is Wii. Is this a Nintendo sponsored?
This is stupid. Turn this.
It
Like it's not
runs.
saying anything.
Surf. Ron, the boat near window.
Oh,
gibberish.
that one's gibberish. They couldn't fucking come up with anything for that one.
Well, it
This
is in
is
reverse.
nonsensical.
Only wanted her favorite hat.
Yeah,
I mean,
What now? It's speaking in Spanish?
what it says originally is
That's fucking
like
lame.
is already scary enough.
I know. Like, why do you need to backtrack that shit?
You have to play it in reverse, so it doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's to make you feel better about
Where do
it.
you guys think that came from? Like, I know that the satanic, like during the satanic panic, and like they had a lot of like if you play this backwards, but who's like sitting around thinking that they're playing records backwards and coming up with these words? Like,
I think the first thing came from was the
Beatles?
development is probably. Would you think if you're making a record or having it, there's got to be at some point you're adjusting speeds, right? And you're stopping it, and you hear that. Oh, that's a weird sound. Just like kind of like scratching too. Like I'm sure like reverse developed just with playing around with it. Like if I make that, what happens if I spin it back?
Back when Bush was president, I remember hearing a news thing about
the first one. Or
The second one.
W.
That if you play someone like their speech backwards,
Oh yeah, reverse speech.
then it like says what they're really meaning,
I've heard this.
which I thought was interesting. But it's like, again,
Does it work?
what?
What
No.
am I really talking about right now?
No, it doesn't. But you can look at it, and there's a famous one from Queen's Fat Bottom Girls, and it says "smoke marijuana." Smoke marijuana. So, like, if you play Fat Bottom Girls backward, you can look it up.
Or like the Paul is Dead one from
yeah,
the Beatles.
Yeah. Well, that's a weird one. You know, one of the best ones is in one of the beginnings of one of Tupac's songs. It says "Biggie shot me." Right at the beginning, it says "Biggie shot me," and like a little whisper. You guys ever hear that?
He didn't.
I heard that they're closer to naming who did shoot him.
Oh my God, no one cares anymore.
I care.
I don't anymore. I cared a little bit, but it's just like whatever. 50 Cent said they got their justice. If you listen to 50 songs, he talks about it. So it doesn't matter.
Do you think 50 Cent did it? Is
I
that
don't
what
look.
you're trying to say?
I don't look for people like that to solve mysteries for me.
People like what? The police?
Government officials. People I don't know.
You don't know anybody, though.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why no one needs to be investigating me.
Whoa. There is no investigation here with Art.
No one's
Everybody
been.
back
I've
up.
never even colluded once.
He hasn't colluded with nothing, okay?
This guy's never colluded. You've never.
I'm trying to.
Not even a little collude. Not even a little.
I tried to collude on prom, but
Like-
I was declined.
Maybe a collude. Like not even a little collude.
I'm a partial colluder.
You're a polluter.
I collude the planet. Yeah,
You pollute.
I do, but mostly through farts. But mine are just sound. Mine are
Dude,
more
a lot of
audio
farts.
opposite.
He has like designated fart days.
I'm blessed with the gift of loud farts and no smell.
Okay. You know how many guys I've heard say that? Like I was at a concert
Yeah, but
with
watch
my
me
friend,
mean it.
and he was like, "Oh, I feel bad for the guy behind me. I'm like farting a bunch." And I was like, "Oh, man, he's probably smelling it." And he's like, "Oh no, my farts don't smell." And I'm like, "So
What a
why
bitch.
do you feel bad about it then? Like just the act itself."
Even if it doesn't smell, it's still rude to fart on someone. Like it's
Whatever,
not like
I'll
a
fart on
nice
everybody.
thing.
I don't care.
Dude, my farts can
Damn.
block sonar.
Really?
I should have said radar. It doesn't matter. They're powerful. Whatever. Just powerful farts. Sonar block. I would love to fart in a submarine and have the sonar detection like of the reading of that. Like, you know, when a submarine's supposed to go silent,
Yeah.
it can't make any sounds. I'd love to fart. I'd love a just like in a big metal tube.
Have I said that saying on here before? That rhyme that my aunt taught me?
No.
I don't know.
What is it?
It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more. Art farted at the liquor store. Eric died trying to hold his breath. Another fart like that would kill the rest.
I like that.
And what's funny is the name's always been Eric and Art. You can never change. I mean, it's always just been
Mandela
that way.
effect. When I was a kid, it was Rick and Morty.
Man, I woke up early today and I am you know, they say if you're sleep deprived, it's almost like being drunk.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of feel that way.
I've been awake for 18 years now. I guess the kids say woke.
So stupid. Earlier today, Art killed me when you were like, "How could our friend said she thought
Oh,
her
yeah.
car door was ajar.
That's an old school joke, man.
Like, how could I've never heard
I
that
got good
shit.
timing on it though. Yeah,
How could your door be ajar?
it's an old joke because back in the day, a lot of cars used to go, "Your door's ajar, your door's ajar," you know. My friend Lindsay had one that did it. She had like a Nissan Maxima. I think it would say that too.
Your door's ajar?
I think it's Dave Attell or something. But someone says that they were on acid. The joke is they were on acid, and the car kept going, "The door's ajar, the door's ajar," and he kept thinking, "How can a door be ajar?" Like, that was just like Today earlier, we were in court for unnamed reasons at the moment. But I swear to God, this really happened. I looked at one of the lawyers, and he had licorice, and I like, "Hey, give me some licorice."
That could happen.
The dude came over and gave me licorice like he was passing me a
2
gun.
pieces. Yeah, he hid it
under paper.
He hid it behind court papers.
It's only passed me so like I fucking.
And he was like, "You're not supposed to eat it in here."
Yeah.
But then I looked. It's like, but why is there a giant
There was just
thing?
there was like a giant drawer of licorice. There was cookies. Like there was just a bunch of fucking candy in this courtroom.
I also
and
want
it was all without
sugar.
meat.
Sugar is like crack cocaine, and all these lawyers and judges are just sitting there getting high on sugar all fucking day. How couldn't they be making good decisions?
I want to point out that none of them followed their rules. On each one of those things was like, "Do not use your hands," and they had little scoops next to it and little tongs.
Yeah.
No one. I was watching everyone that went in there just fucking dug in there with their hands and grabbed a little stack. Because I feel like all of those people in that courtroom were like, "I'm just a little bit above the law. Everyone else has to do this, not me."
My hands are clean, but my hands are clean.
Especially, there's a person that speaks for the people. Fuck that. I never got asked a question on that. I don't like that at all.
I
The
think
people.
don't we
should
we elect our district attorneys?
I'm the
or
people.
something?
You should have
No.
fucking 12 random people and 12 of your friends come in.
No, you
and
should-
be like, "What do you guys think?"
You should like that. Like how many seats do you think were in that courtroom? Like
A lot.
50,
The second
maybe?
one?
Yeah, the second one, maybe
I have a
50.
maximum capacity of 142.
142?
142.
All right. So you should allow up to 142 people in there, and that's the people. That's the people for this, for whatever this case is. You know what? What do the people want to do? Oh, let that fucker go. It's
That's what I'm
fine. Don't
saying.
even worry about it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it should be.
You got to do that. Just go and, especially if no one's hurt anyone. You should, if you're ever on like a jury or something, just be like, "Nope, let them go. I don't care what they did."
Just let them go.
Like that guy that owed hella money to Home Depot. But then it turned out the whole time they're talking about Home Depot, and then at the end it came out that it was
Oh yeah.
It was Office Depot.
Office
it's like
Depot.
and he was like, yeah, that's right, Office Depot. Like you don't even know what stores you're talking about.
I know what.
Okay, well, like I don't know if
Like
it's
they
illegal.
said Home Depot 20 times.
I don't know if it's illegal, but I recorded like that whole fucking thing, and I will be
Oh, good.
I will be putting excerpts at the end of this podcast and or in future
Of
things.
which
I'll just
one?
put up
Of the-
some of the. I'm gonna put a lot of the things up. I'm gonna bleep out the court case numbers and the people's names.
Yeah, we'll
But all of that is public.
It is public.
knowledge.
That's why. I'm going to share it. But it was pretty interesting on how the way the judges were referencing people and talking to people, and in particular, Eric and Serafina are talking about a guy who chose to represent himself.
Yeah.
And also, his phone went off in court. Like at
In
some point,
court.
yeah, his shit went off.
No, you can't use phones anywhere, and everyone is on their phone.
Here's like the troublemaker in me. I was like, as soon as that happened, I was like, I'm laughing loud. Like I was like, this is my chance.
You did.
I totally laughed loud. I was like,
his ring was a police siren. It started off as a police
Yeah.
siren.
but with the song, it was like a song attached to it. Oh, if I wish I had.
Yeah, and then went into a song.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
It was great.
At the end of his,
He had a lot of perfume on.
before the judge excused him sweetly, she totally said, "I think you should go to law school, but with your record, they probably wouldn't let you in." He. And I was like, what a backhanded compliment.
I know.
She's saying like, basically, yes, like. I think nowadays most people should be competent enough to represent themselves in court, but we're so scared. Ooh, these laws that like shut the fuck up. Anyone can do that.
It's all written down.
It's all written down. Anyone can research it if you're told. What law did I break? They'll give you a fucking number. You can research that all you want. That's what paralegals do for the most part. And I'm not trying to shit on any of these people, but I'm saying this guy absolutely represented himself just fine. And he wasn't, in my eyes, wasn't that good at it, but it totally worked for him.
It did.
But
His
but
first question. So, like, part of the thing was he got a bunch of community service, and he's like, "All right, I've got a question," and he's obviously seen this judge a couple of times, and his question started with, "All right, so assume I don't do the community service," and she's like, "Why would I assume that?" He's like, just assume it."
That was him. Like, oh.
But when she said that, I was thinking, like, dude, so basically you're saying, if he, like, applied, like, was kind of, like, socioeconomically better, he could have been a good lawyer. Too bad, kind of.
Yeah.
You made these choices with the life that you have. You know, like,
Well,
it's just kind of.
no, you're right. I just think like it seems like he was representing himself fine. He's
And
obviously
why-
been avoiding, like he avoided like 5 to 6 years of prison time.
Yeah.
Like, he can't ever own a firearm or anything like
Yeah, but
that.
he just shrugged that off. He was
Yeah,
just
he's
like,
like,
"Okay."
whatever.
All right.
But like,
First of all, as an
why
American, you
can't
shouldn't
he
be
be a
able to do that.
lawyer? Like,
could.
wouldn't he know better now? Like,
Well,
that he's been through this process.
Here's what I'm trying to say is anyone could probably be a lawyer. Like you shouldn't be a lawyer. Like you need that. I know there's a degree in a bar and like a title that you can earn or whatever.
Anyone
to be a
can
lawyer.
be their own lawyer.
Exactly, and I think everyone's not really taught that. We're all taught to be scared of it, and no, you're gonna need a public defender and all
Oh,
this. Like,
you're right. We're all taught that if you defend yourself, you're stupid. Like,
Yes.
you're risking a lot if you defend yourself.
which I don't think so. I think, especially reflecting on, 'cause I've had surprise, I've had some trouble with the law before in my past.
Shut up.
And every single time, they play a videotape for you. Like when you're arrested and waiting for the judge, they play a videotape that basically tells you your best course of action is to plead no contest and just let them give you. They're like, we'll be nice to you if you plead no contest. And I just like, oh, okay. But really, what I could have done is been like not guilty and totally beat this shit and had like paid way like thousands and thousands of dollars less in fines and shit. But I was scared into it, and I never even thought about like, oh, maybe if I should just look into this myself, if that was an option.
But it was also crazy overhearing some of like the public defenders and talking with the DA and stuff like that, because they would be like, oh, when's so and so back from vacation? Oh, he might be back in another like week or 10 days. All right, I'll deal with him because I don't think the other like.
Yeah, they're so.
How it's like such like it's just such it's like
It's
this is like
disorganized.
Yeah, it just to me it was sounded like a cliquey thing. It's
It
like, oh, I'm gonna go
definitely
deal
is.
with.
It
I'm
looked
gonna.
like a
I don't
high
want to deal
school-
with this DA. I'll go deal with this one because he likes me better.
I don't think
Meanwhile,
that's
who
the
knows?
name
This
of
guy's
it.
just fucking sitting around for another 7 days just because you don't fucking want to talk to someone. Like it just seems weird.
Oh yeah,
like,
and they couldn't find
seems
each other.
fucked up, yeah.
There was like, where's this one? Oh, sorry, I was on this floor because I thought I was supposed to be here at this time, and this person's. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
And then they're all like yelling at each other, trying to get like out of there. Like, oh, I just have this to do. It's like, well, yeah, everyone just has shit to do, man.
And then
isn't that why you have a list of like number 1 through fucking 10 or whatever?
what was like the partially handicapped lawyer came up and he just got everything he wanted. Just happened really fast and
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
He's like, he had that like a pusher chair version with the handbrakes on it, and he just like got. I even saw a lawyer walk in and goes, fuck, when he saw him. Like, I don't know if that's because he had to sit next to the little guy's machine thing or if he just like, well, it's going his way. But it was, that guy walked up, he interrupted her. She's like, oh no, I apologize. He cut her off. I have this recorded too. He cut her off mid-sentence and she just went, no one else did that to the judge.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I didn't like that blonde curly-haired lady in the first courtroom. What'd you think of her?
Which one was that?
She like kept trolling around,
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. She didn't say much.
stomping around.
She had. I remember thinking, this is the thickest laptop I've seen in 9 years. It was like that. I was like, is that court issued? Where's our tax money going?
I don't know.
Keeping those laptops.
Dude, it was this thick. It was fucking nuts. But god damn, I don't know. All in all, it's really weird to see that, like, how many cops are like just carrying guns around in there too.
Yeah,
Is that necessary? Like, no one else is? Like, I can't take a gun in there, but they can? Special privileges? Why?
In case someone sneaks a gun in? I don't know.
Nah, that's a weird thing. I don't know.
I don't think...
A lot of them had tasers, though, I noticed. They were green guns.
Yeah.
Didn't like that.
We couldn't sit in the front row? That was bullshit.
Yeah, there's a front row.
Pointless front row.
Yeah, you can't sit
There's
there.
like 5 people in this room, and we couldn't sit in the front row.
Well, the lady that told us first, what really bothered me was the word she used was, it's usually not full.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, because you're not used to people wanting to sit up here, I can't sit up here now? Or does it mean, like, is this row reserved for something, or like, you know, she's like, it's just usually not. People usually don't sit there.
Well, we're not people that usually like.
I
Fuck
pay
you. We
taxes.
wanted to sit
Yeah,
there.
like, I'm not court ordered to be here. All right.
We could.
I'm exercising my right as an American.
We can just go in there and
Yeah.
and listen to all these court cases whenever we want.
That's what I checked in on my my Instagrams and social media, and right away my mother calls me. Why are you at court?
Yeah, that was so funny.
I was like, Mom, this is where I like to hang out. Like, why wouldn't I be here? This is where I feel like a winner.
Yeah.
Except when I'm not. That's a thing too. All in all, court. What'd you guys think of that?
It was interesting, I guess. Yeah. It made me feel bad for our judicial system. Like, you know, it's just like you're just shoveling these people around. You guys are standing around. Like, it just, I don't know. It just, yeah.
It was, yeah. It's really nuts, and I felt like, remember when that lady's mom stood up and was like trying to explain to her?
Yeah.
I felt like her mom had to do that because no one else really explained it to her, like
Exactly.
in the simplest way you could have
Or
done that.
and she didn't feel like someone that cared about her maybe had her back, because some of the public defenders came out and just said that they didn't really talk to their.
They're like, they don't care. They're like, yeah, I got the gist of it. I read the paper or whatever. It's like, man, this should be case by case. This shouldn't be some like, I don't know. It just seems like they're checking off troubleshooting marks to me. Like, yep, seen this before. This is that. This is the. It's like,
and it also that like a couple times it felt like they were talking like really fucking down to these people. Like the judge, like she was trying to explain things like in a very, very dumbed down way. Where I'm like, are you like, are you just really like, are you getting off on some sort of power trip here? Like you're like,
they're a judge. They're sitting like 10 feet above everyone else.
I know, but isn't that enough?
They're like, we want you to understand that you are getting off easy. Well, what? Like,
yeah, the people are doing
and
this.
over again.
The people.
Yeah, the people.
The people may not be this nice. What the fuck? I don't know. It's a really weird experience to see that shit, and I'm not sure if I enjoyed it as much as I should have.
Why? I don't think it's an enjoyable thing.
It can be. I was really pissed. The bathrooms only had 2-ply.
Yeah, so funny.
That's not good. You guys hear me yelling it?
2-ply.
2-ply. Oh, fuck this court. I don't know. It was nice. I wanted to try and shit in one of the higher floors so it traveled through the whole building, but
maybe
I had to go
next
first
time.
floor.
Maybe next time.
Probably not going back. It was not a fun field trip. Like, we did it just like for research to see what it's like, you know. And every good American does. Go to a courthouse and sit in on a session.
Yeah, go see what's going on in there. You might end up in there.
Just think about it. I mean, like, you always hear about all this law shit going on right now. Go and see how it's working. Tell me if it's impressive to you. And go in there when you're not worried and like scared for yourself.
So you can observe.
Yeah,
like traffic court. Oh, I yelled in there. Traffic court is crazy, too.
Yeah, I've been to traffic court before, but this was.
What's that like?
Traffic court is like even more of a zoo almost, but it's more organized because you're just like, you know when you're going, you sit in your row, but they yell at you. It's more strict.
Yeah,
you're like cattle.
I think because they can't really give you any like real. They can't give you any like real sentence. Like no one's going to traffic court for anything like super serious, so they just feel like I have to yell and tell you how, I don't know. My job's still important. Yeah.
Dude.
I think the traffic court judges are the bitches of the courthouse.
Are the meter maids of the judicial system?
Yes, I think so.
I had to go in there. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I had to go in there and pay jaywalking tickets. Fucking.
You have jaywalking tickets?
I got 2.
Who pulled you over?
Police. Stupid.
With a car?
Oh, sorry. They're standing.
You got off-duty cops pulling you over?
First one was a motorcycle bike, and the other one that they were standing there, and they're like, we were standing right here, blah, blah, blah. Like, we're trying to say that I was challenging them. Like, I was like, I obviously didn't see you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have jaywalked.
I could never imagine you talking to someone in the way.
And I'm drunk.
Fina. No. I couldn't see her challenging anyone.
I didn't see the cops. Why would I jaywalk in front of cops? I didn't see them.
That's when you got to do that, and you got to look them right in the eye and just
Look at that like this.
But my Uber was right there, and I was trying to get in, or it was a Lyft. I was trying to jump in the Lyft.
If you do it in Santa Monica, just point at a homeless person taking a shit, and then start jaywalking and make eye contact. Look at who are you gonna get? You're gonna come after me, huh?
Homeless people don't pay.
Yeah, they do. They pay every day.
What do they pay?
Dignity. But then again, if they're Zen,
they don't pay. Dignity you can't take to the bank.
What if
the
you
city can't take dignity to the bank?
Exactly.
They can take my tickets to the
exactly
bank.
the biggest fuck you there is. What if you find out that
I'll accept dignity as payment?
What if like we do reincarnate, right? I keep reincarnating, and the homeless people are the ones that get it. They're like, nope, fuck this. I am not paying into this shit. They don't care about anything, and they get to faster. What does reincarnation an endless loop, or is there like a level you're trying to get to where you don't?
I think you first start out as a cat.
So you think a cat is the lowest form of life,
or that's where you end up? Maybe.
That's Serafina Costanza. You could.
Oh no.
Cat hater extraordinaire.
No, I meant to say I'm very tired. Remember, I'm about to fall asleep right now.
You're right. We have been at it. This has been a long day.
It's a long day, and it's not even late. But I would like. When is this going out today?
Well, it's going out right now live on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have a show tomorrow night at the West Side Comedy Theater, 11:30 p.m. Knockout Comedy Hour. Should go to that.
Should always be there. Also, Phoenix, Arizona. Where
we're
Serafina
going.
and I will be there next weekend.
I'm really excited for that. Yeah. Art is such a great road trip partner and driver.
I love driving out there on the roads. I'm out there smashing on the gas, never on the brakes. But you guys, so go to artofhernandez.com and you can see the comedy dates on there. Serafina will be on them and a bunch of our other friends. So Phoenix, if you love mature adult time, which I know you do, we'll be out there signing foreheads.
Or whatever.
No, only foreheads. Foreheads or foreskin.
Okay, that's the only thing that I was gonna sign.
Right? People that either lost something or still have it. Balding and anyways,
all right,
my jokes are better than that, I swear.
I guess this is make sure to check out the other podcasts we have. We've got How Do You Like Your Eggs?
Yeah, breakfast with me.
Breakfast with
It's a great show. I was just on it. Great host.
Yeah,
that was a fun show.
It was very fun.
And we also have When Animals Attack. Make sure to check that out if you haven't yet.
I can't wait to listen to that. Can we listen to that on our road trip?
Absolutely. And we also going to have some more in the interview series. We have some great interviews coming up. And so stay tuned for those.
Yeah, do it.
Yep.
All right.
Until then, love all of our sponsors.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Later, fools.
Bye. We're sponsored by Van Camp's Pork and Beans, right?
You know it.
And that's...
I've got a pee-pee. And now, guys, it's tired.
You tired? It's tired?